to all of you guys who are tuning in or will be tuning in later. My
Yeah.
name is Keyvan Ahmadi, and I've been invited by my guru Hasnain to have some activities in regards with engagement tools that we have been using. Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I got from someone from Get Me On. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Kiwan, for introduction. And sorry, equal audience. Last time we tried, and it was some issues in our voice and all that. Um, okay, we will invite. Just let you can start. I don't know, Kiwan. Do you know this person?
No, I don't know, but it's all right, I think.
Okay, so maybe we can cover our content first and then we will invite. No issues. Is
Sure,
that okay?
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, hope everybody is okay wherever you are. And we are trying to explore different technology enhanced learning tools. Okay, is that right, Kiwan?
Absolutely, you're right. Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you want me to
okay.
give a little bit of background
Sure,
to?
sure. Go ahead, go ahead. We have
Yeah.
Diana from Sharlam, Malaysia. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome.
Diana. Welcome. I've been
She's,
to
yeah,
Sharlam.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Well, I have been working in academia in higher education sector in university in two different continents, two different countries. And basically, when it comes to the engagement with the students, we always have gurus around. And with the advancement of technology and penetration of technology into our lives, thanks to people like your good self, Hasnain, we now have aids on our side in order to improve the engagement. And the tool that we are going to talk about today, Slido, is one of those tools that working with it is quite easy, is quite a new tool, is improving its capture and cover in the market. And specifically, this tool could be used if you deliver those time limited lecture sessions that usually run for 60 minutes, between 45 to 60 minutes. You're talking about certain concepts. You might have a totally new cohort of students or new audiences, and there might be some hesitancy in Q&A sessions as those audiences do not know each other. They're not sure if the question they are asking is valid, because sometimes we do think our questions might sound stupid. And this Slido tool allows this anonymous approach to ask your questions throughout the session. So as a presenter, as I'm delivering the session and I've talked about certain facts, I realize that through this Slido, there are two questions coming in. Both are the same. And it indicates to me that actually I might have not been very clear in explaining an aspect of the concept that to me is really obvious, is clear cut, is simple. And also, the audiences will find that without really revealing their identity, they are able to ask those questions. And nothing gives you a better satisfaction that you feel your question is being answered. So that is the
Yeah.
whole concept for today's activity.
Great, great. Yeah, because the instance feedback is very important. And if you
Absolutely.
notice, yeah, if you notice just now, I post whatever Miss Diana actually commented on us. Excellent session. So when you project it, every person who have commented will be paying attention to the screen. So that's already you are going to engage your learners or audience, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So shall we start? Is that okay? If you could share your screen.
Absolutely,
And
dear.
yeah, I already have shared the link. So those who want to try this tool on your own, please click on the link and you can log in, like register yourself. You could hear the thunderstorm here. It's raining
Oh,
heavily.
all right then.
Yeah. So okay. Maybe I will disappear at the back and let your screen once you're ready to be projected. Meanwhile, those who are watching from different platforms, please do let us know. Say hi and do let us know from where you are joining us. And if you have any question on engagement tools or Slido in particular, So we have expert here, Kiwan. So we will try to share our experiences, right? So let me. Okay, now you're back because just now was we blur your or video, but okay. So let me off myself
Yeah,
and
again, I think right is back. So
okay.
absolutely. So can check see, check if the you know
Yeah,
is being
Kiwan, your voice is bit breaking on my side, so I'm not sure. How about others? Anyone can comment?
hello.
Yeah,
Is
okay.
technology play again?
So the moment you start sharing the screen, I notice that there's some issue with the sound.
All right.
And, okay, try now. Yes. Yeah.
Well, has not sure to trying to think and show if you are able to see it to share. Click on please. Hasnain. Hello. Hello. Can you Diane?
Yes, Kiwan. Can you hear me?
Hasnain, can you hear me? Can anybody hear
Yes.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as
I,
I went to presentation mode to share my screen, it didn't work.
yeah. That was what I noticed also. Let's try again. No
Is it
worries.
problem from my side?
Let's try again, and then we could see. Okay, could you share a screen or desktop? Okay.
Surely.
Yeah, it's coming. Okay, we could see and we could hear you.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Great. All right. I'll be short and simple. So everybody, the tool we are talking about, if you can see the cursor on the top left-hand side of the screen, the name of the product is Slido, and you can get all the information regarding the product, the pricing that is available, and also the resources, etc. Quickly, if you're curious, we can the pricing here, and it's taking way too long. It didn't do it to the morning, but it's all right. These are the
No.
plans that are available. And well, I always use the basic plan for my teaching because it would cost me nothing. But as you can see, there are different packages available. and the different features that you would get as you pay for the Slido. So
Mm.
let's get started for free here. Like any product, you either need to have a sign-in login information or you need to sign up. And because I have already signed in, the program recognizes me and directly takes me to the sign-in page. And once you sign up, this would be the screen available in front of you. You would have the events, you would have the team, analytics, and academy, and they have specific features in each of them that is beyond the scope of today's activity. A little bit of extra information here that, as a matter of fact, if you're delivering your session on whatever it is and you're using Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint, now we are able to integrate Slido into the PowerPoint, for example, slides. So you don't need to switch between the PowerPoint and the Slido on the screen, but you need to install the little plugins. So
Mm.
simply you create Slido from scratch or from template, whatever it is, click on it, and it gives you a little box here that you need to provide the event's name. Usually provide the name of my lecture and also the date on it, because you
Mm.
can have the archive of these activities. And let's say years later or next year, if you are going to prepare your slides again, if you refer back to a series of questions that have been asked you and you've forgotten already, that would kind of give you feedback of the slides from previous year. So you can see slide only engages the audiences with the presenter, but also provides the presenter with kind of feedback that they could improve on this set of slides or information that they had presented earlier in order to improve. So we give the event a name, and I put the learner engagement with Slido as the title of the event. Then you come to the start date and the end date. Because we are using the basic package and we are not paying any money, they would only
Mm.
give us maximum of 7 days validity for today's activity. What does it mean? It means you guys are able to post your questions from today till the end date that, let's say, would be 25th. And it says maximum length is 1 week, and as a matter of fact it says 5 working days. So I'll put it back on the 23rd and it accepts it. So you can ask your questions. And then after that, the link is no more active for you to ask questions. Then the system itself generates event code for you. It's a hashtag and some number. You have the
Mm.
liberty of changing the numbers into alphanumeric or alphabetical past event code only. So for today, let's put it HAPS. It says this code has been taken, and you know who took it? It was us
You.
that did it 6 days ago. So
Yeah.
what I do, academia, and you have the list of your students, you don't need to really invite them because you're already integrated in the system. But for today's collaborators, as a matter of fact, I need to manually enter your email addresses. And once you do that, you create the Slido.
Kivan, may I ask a question? Um,
Sure,
could could
please.
could we have anonymous response on Slido?
Anonymous questions or anonymous
No,
response?
anonymous response. Yeah.
Well, because the person who would be giving the answers is already known to
Mm.
everybody and is me, I can't really
Yeah.
anonymize myself. But let's say if there are two individuals that have given the
Hmm.
rights to be the ones who answer the questions, yes, it could remain anonymous.
Right.
For
Why?
those
Why
who ask
ask? Yeah.
questions,
Mm. Sorry. Go ahead.
sorry, ask a question.
No, why I asked this question, because if it's anonymous, then we no need to key in all these email IDs. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
So
Thanks for clarification. Yeah.
absolutely, yes. So, sometimes what we have learned that sometimes if you give the anonymity, is a power, and then some questions might be a little bit, out of professional way of typing, etc. So we usually tell individuals that, well, write your name and ask the question, because that's a
Yeah.
reality. Raise my hand. I have already identified myself.
Hmm. Yes,
You come here, you
somehow.
have live poll, you have audience's
Uh,
Q&A,
yeah.
and there are no questions. But now that I have provided this HAPS one, what happens, I provide you with the link, and basically go to the Slido web
Mm.
page directly, and you click here. Are you able to see what I'm doing?
Yeah, I could see you Google it, right? Google Slido, right?
Yeah, the Slido, and
Yes.
basically this is the enter the code here. So Diana Hasnain, would you be able to please enter the code and then see what happens? And then you can actually post a question or even just a liner, and then you will see at my end I would be receiving those questions.
Okay. Kivan, could you do a favor in the chat? Make sure you unlock the comment section and paste the code there. Is that okay? Or you want only
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
only?
So the paste code, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm on.
hashtag
Hmm.
HAPS.
I think I'm already in. Maybe you have. Yeah. Thanks. So let me project this
Let me see
on the
if I have a
screen.
question. Yeah,
But there's nothing. Type
sure.
your questions, right?
Yes, yep. So I can do it actually here as well myself. HAPS one, and as a participant.
So what
All
I'm doing, I'm
right.
typing a question,
And then you type a
and
question here. All
yeah.
right. And
Okay.
interestingly, you would have only 160 characters for your type.
Hmm.
How long we can have one activity in free version of Slido?
Oh,
All right, good question. So
this was
I
me.
would receive that question.
Okay.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I would receive that question, and then as a matter of fact, as I'm talking to you guys, I will say, yes, if you have the basic version, the event would remain forever there, but unfortunately, I can only provide the answers to the questions that are posted for the first 5 working days from the event. After
Hmm.
that, if you put the hashtag and you want to ask the question, it tells you the event is no more active.
I see. Yeah.
So I come here right now and I can either edit your question, or I can
Hmm.
reply it, or I can archive it, or I can delete it. So my reply would be 5 working days on basic package.
Hmm.
And
So
then
sorry,
I
Ikiwan,
provide you
just
the answer.
yeah, that's great. So this is what you are showing is on I would say administrator side or moderator side, and on
Yes.
our side we were having a very simple screen where we could actually just key in the text, and I already received a reply on my screen. So that's cool. That's
Yes.
very simple
All
but
right.
very effective. Yeah, please go ahead.
Absolutely. And as you can see, I mean, specifically for the sessions that are for short period of time, and as a matter of fact, for lectures, usually we say, if you have any questions, come and ask us at the end of the lecture. But
Hmm.
there are times that you might have a burning question that is occurring as the lecture is progressing. And by the
Yeah.
time one gets to the end of the lecture, that question might have been forgotten already. So
Hmm.
this Slido tool would give the opportunity to the audiences to ask the questions as the lecture is progressing. And also, it would make the engagement a little bit better because I'm able to step away from the set of lectures and engage with the
Mm.
audience through that one question. And it really helps for the lectures. For the workshops, because you're supposed to have this interaction with the students or with the audiences all the time, Slido might not be the best tool to ask questions, but you can do kind of poll activities, ask questions, and see how individuals are answering to your questions. And from there,
Mm.
you get an idea that if most of the audiences are getting the answer wrong, there's nothing wrong with them. It's something wrong with the maybe the method of delivery or the way information was presented.
Yeah. I always tell myself that these kind of tools are like kind of telling me the pulse of audience, how
Yep.
active they are, whether they are live or dead. Dead, I mean like in engagement, you know.
Virtually or
So
socially dead, yeah, or
yeah,
mentally.
yeah. So this is where I think these kind of tools would immediately give you the true picture of your audience. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Yes, go ahead. Anything else you would like to share?
I think that's it about the tool. As you can see on the page, also you have these polls that, as a matter of
Hmm.
fact, you can create questions, etc. And then, well, you can even have the live interaction that, well, you start having discussions through the Slido, which to me is a little bit infutile here because we already have this engagement ongoing. So maybe that live interaction could happen once the session is finished and you realize that the questions are too many and maybe you feel that, well, we could have an interactive session through Slido post activity. But again, I'm not a big advocate of it because it creates extra workload.
Hmm.
But the slide on its own has always given me the pulse of audiences. I'm quoting you, Hasnain, here. I am getting inspired by you and hijacking your
Go ahead.
expression.
Go ahead. No
Yeah,
worries. Yeah.
no worries. So it was something that was introduced to me, and to be honest, I found it really, really helpful. Specifically, that
Hmm.
I'm someone, as you guys might have noticed, I talk too much. So sticking to the time is really important. And for me,
Hmm.
the slider tool helps me doing that.
Yeah. And one more thing, I just need to highlight these most of these tools would immediately with one click change the visualization of the data. So it just now, like especially we haven't tried yet the polls. So if you have a poll and yeah, so now you could change. That's cool. Because Kiwan is also a director here in this session. So yeah, I like it. That I mean, this is how we should do. You know, like what I was telling. Like these tools will, with one click, from normal stream of responses to word cloud, with one click we can change that. So that would be even more interesting, you know. So that was a great quick overview on brief sessions about Slido, and there are many more tools available in the market. And I think I totally agree with Kivan and myself also. I also follow, we go with the free version first, get to know, and if you really really like the tool, then don't mind paying, you know, few dollars, not more. And then go ahead. Yeah, because to me I think it should not cost more than few dollars, you know, because for teaching and learning, you know, right?
Absolutely.
anything
Agree.
anything else, Kivan, you would like to share?
Well, I think from my own experience, I have always looked at technology as a supplementation,
Hmm.
as empowering, enhancing, or
Yes,
consolidating tool, and never as a substitution. And
agreed.
that ideology to me has always been wrong, to think that technology could replace
Never.
human beings, because
Hmm.
most of the time we are at the mercy of technology. If technology decides to fail, no matter what you do, you may fail if you have relied
Hmm.
on it for 100%. And
Yeah.
our previous session, unfortunately, we had to rely on technology HAPS platform.
Hmm.
Whereas when you get to kind of activities that you have that intelligence combination with artificial intelligence in an acceptable ratio, even if one fails, hopefully the artificial one, but not the actual one, still you're able to proceed with your activities. overplaying with the tools again is not something that would be appreciated, not by you, not by audiences. I've
Mm,
noticed when you have to log in to many different tools and software, etc., it would cause fatigue, it would cause
mm,
burnout, and
yeah.
that is again important to realize that you use the tools to help you doing things that you can't do otherwise.
Yeah. You mentioned about artificial intelligence. Maybe we will touch in detail in another time. Lately, I was reading one article in pharmaceutical industry. They are playing a major active role of artificial intelligence and machine learning, where they track how, first of all, design the drug, and then how to dispense, and where it is going, and how it's uh, acting or reacting with the cells. So at that level, and just imagine you are getting huge data and you're adjusting your drug accordingly. So maybe we'll touch a bit in another time. What I did in my chat or
Sure.
comments, I have shared the Listly. Listly is another tool which I normally use, and they allow you to create 5 lists free of cost. And one of the list is audience engagement tool. So hopefully Slido is added there. If not, then anyone can add in tools into this list. Kivan,
Absolutely.
can I just check? Can you click that link? Is it clickable
Yes, it
in
is
the comment?
clickable.
Okay, that's
Yes.
great. Yeah,
And then you can have it. Yeah, that's clickable there.
yeah. So
Congratulations. Also, I noticed Topa Khan,
yeah,
16 minutes ago, has given,
yes, 20
donated.
cents. Thanks. That's cool.
So nice of
That's
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the appreciation award. Okay, that's what we need. This is how the plate. This is minor motivation for us, right? And
Well, that is the award, but we are working for reward. So the
yeah,
satisfaction is more important.
yes,
But
agreed.
put money in that as well.
Yeah. So that's nice. So we are almost at the end of our session. Anything else, Kivan, you would like to say or add? Or I know
Well,
you forget to. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
yes, it was about that little chimney shoulder dance that I said I love the
Yes, that's what
music,
I
but
was telling.
maybe we could have it at the end, and maybe later on when individuals, if they decide to listen to this, they could either
Sure.
dance with us at the beginning or at the end of the session.
Yeah. So if you're ready, I can play now.
Oh,
And
of course, I was born ready.
okay, that's cool. Okay.
It's really good for the neck muscles,
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yes. And
It's
the
good to have
sound
an
is,
active life.
yeah. The sound I first time heard this was 4 years ago in one of the event.
Really, it's beautiful.
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
All
It's
right
a very
then.
yeah. Oh, it will repeat because I put it in a loop.
In the loop.
Yeah. So thanks everybody. Let me pause this for a while, and thanks for joining. Those who will be watching the replay, feel free to give comments, and if you have
Absolutely.
any question, feel free to post in comments, or any other tool you want us to explore. We will be doing that, and that's how we committed to each of us and to HAPS that every week we will come on HAPS. Okay.
We try.
And
We try.
yeah, we will try and give you some tools and discussion, not more than 30 minutes. That's what our target is. So stay safe wherever you are. Okay, Kiwan. You,
Absolutely, dear. Take good care of yourself. Yeah.
yeah, you can stay on. We will discuss afterwards. Okay. Let me
Absolutely. Yeah. I need
switch off.
music. Thank you.
Yeah, is there?
Wow, it's the music to the ears. I like it.